Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Lady and this is Lady Labyrinth. So y'all are probably wondering why it's called Lady's Labyrinth, but let me just tell you two things, okay? This is like my room of many things, my room of where I share my love for video games, my love for plants. I'm partnered on Facebook Gaming, so that's why this is like the perfect setup to go ahead and do that. So they always hear me talking about all the love that I have for plants and anime and videos. So that's why this is a room of love. This is my labyrinth. So welcome. All right. Today we're going to go ahead and talk about this plant right here, one of my favorite ones. We're going to talk today about the Monstera Adansonii. Adans, Adansonii, also known as the Swiss cheese plant, which is what I call it, or the monkey mask plant. I don't really know why it's called the monkey mask. I guess if you look really hard enough, I don't know, you could probably see like it could be a monkey mask. Or maybe they thought maybe monkeys made the holes into the plant and made, I don't know, and wanted to have fun and made a mask. I don't know, but it is also called the monkey mask. But today, this is what the plant that we're going to talk about. So one of the things I wanted to talk about this one and why I love it is it's part of the Monstera family, so do not get confused. This one is not the Monstera deliciosa. Monstera deliciosa. That one is more of a thicker plant and it's much bigger and it has more of the cuttings on top. Many people kind of confuse that one and they call that one the Swiss cheese plant because if you have seen their bigger leaves, they kind of have they have the cuts on the side and then they start to form these holes in the middle. But they're more of a heart shape. They're not like this one, where this one, of course, has more of the presentation of the Swiss cheese like appearance because it has like the holes in the middle and they're all different sizes here. And so so this one is definitely more of the Swiss cheese appearance wise here. Before I go ahead and start talking a little bit more about the plant cares and tips here, if you guys are also enjoying the video, please don't forget to go ahead and like and subscribe to my channel. I do appreciate it. Thank you very much. First thing I want to talk about is lighting, because some people I've heard that this plant does really good in low light, which it technically does. It is okay with low light. However, I would recommend doing medium to bright indirect light, not direct light on there, because of that. So if, as you can see here, I have many of like the bigger leaves right here because she was getting for a while a lot of medium to bright and direct light. I had her on a rope hanging from the ceiling right in front of the patio door, looking beautiful there. And so I just decided to move her because I really wanted to see how well she did with lower light. Now I moved her about 3 feet back on another rope hanging in the dining room that gets a lot of light there. And of course, she did really well. We end up getting some new growth, but just be mindful, like as you can see here, if you notice, she started to get a little smaller here. So she does well with still the lower light, but lower light I feel like will increase lower growth. Oh, not yeah, will increase smaller plants and not those bigger ones. So here is like the tip one, the latest one that we have growing right here. And so she's a little bit smaller than normal. And then so is this one as well. So as you can see, she started to get really smaller because she had lesser light. So I'm actually planning to move her back because it's up to you guys. I absolutely love the bigger leaves here because then you could just see all of the bigger circles that she has. It looks absolutely gorgeous. So she's also even growing a new growth right here, right at the little tip. So I just want to I'm going to start moving her closer towards the light so that way we get some new growth on here. So that is pretty much with lighting. Temperature wise as well, they do like it warm as well. So the warmer it is, they can technically do up to 85 degree 85-degree weathers, and they don't like really lower temperature. So I think the lowest could be like 55 degrees. After that, she really starts to, she'll let you know. She will tell you she does not enjoy that cold weather. So if you have to put her in a warmer room as well during the winter time, you can, and then growth will pull back a little bit, especially because she's colder. So if you want her to continue to start pushing out more growth, just keep her warm and keep her under good lighting. So yeah. Watering. Now, at least this is why I absolutely do love this plant, because I love to underwater, and this is exactly what she needs. She loves to be dried in between watering. So some people can go ahead and they say that they leave her moist. I technically, it is kind of moist underneath the bottom, but I do just kind of stick my finger in here, and I normally wait. I try to like move between like maybe mid knuckle over here of my finger, and then if she's still kind of wet, as you can see, she still is kind of moist. I have some dirt on my fingers, and so she's not going to be getting watered anytime soon. She does good. If you start to overwater her, she will sprout some yellows, and it normally starts in the tips. Okay, so this is also a really good plant to have if you're a person who always forgets to water. Do not worry, she's okay with that. They will live really a long time, especially if there's dry in between watering. Now she will tell you, of course, when if she really needs to water and stuff, which is kind of the browning, which is done over here. You can see that's like another thing where you can tell, like, because this poor baby right here gotten some brown spots. I mean, she needs water. She's a little dry. So you don't want to wait technically till she gets that, because then it doesn't look pretty on her. I did that by accident because, again, I don't like really watering my plants all too much. And so this is why she was perfect for me. However, I did end up getting some brown spots on there, but I mean, we're not perfect. You know what I'm saying? No, there's no such thing as a perfect parent. Okay. So just go ahead. If you do see those brown spots, you do know that you need to water in between. So I would say roughly maybe once a week, once every 10 days. Now, growing season, when it's really warm out, she's producing a lot of growth, or this is my baby, it's her. You're gonna have to definitely water more during the summertime. So that's why make sure you just check up on her. If she's dry, if she's not dry, she's a little wet, it's okay. You're all good. However, during the winter time, it's not gonna be the same as summertime. So I would say push way, way back, like way back in your water. And it might be every 2 weeks that you have to water her and stuff, and that's completely fine. Don't feel like you have to feed them. So, and you'll be able to see if you're over watering the tips. If you pay attention to the tips, I have maybe a little bit of yellow here because I did maybe started to overwater, but she'll tell you. She'll start, if you see that little tint, she'll let you know, like, you're giving me too much water, so stop. Soil again. So what I have in mind is I have I would say 50% peat moss, probably like another like 30% of perlite, as well as orchid bark and some cactus mix. They really love an airy soil, a very good, when I mean by airy soil, it means that when you water the plant, their soil is going to drain easily and pretty nicely, and it won't be so moist on here, because you don't want root rots or to attract any gnats as well. So yeah, it's a good draining system, which you can do even if you don't want to go too far with that. It's really cheap to buy maybe some perlite and orchid bark, and mix that with your regular pot mixing soil. If you're not, like, I'm not a pro at this and all that stuff, that's really literally what you could do. Just so that way you have something very good, something airy, something that's going to drain really nicely and such. But yeah, and it's very inexpensive. You don't need anything too crazy. You can get everything at Walmart, pretty cheap, probably everything under $10, to be honest with you, if you really wanted to get a good soil for her. Last but not least, we could talk about humidity. Now, this plant, she does do pretty good with some low humidity, but to be honest, they love humidity. Any Monstera, I'll tell you right now, that I've learned that I have, love humidity. So if you want, give her more humidity, the more humidity, the better and stuff. She is susceptible to some pests, nothing too big like spider mites and such. But yeah, just keep a lookout. But I haven't, to be honest, it's since I keep the humidity up as well in front of her, and I actually clean her a lot. What I do is I take like a cloth made with a little bit of alcohol maybe and just go ahead and wipe her down. Some days you just can just wipe down just to get all the dust off their foliage and such. As long as you do that like once a month, you're good to go. You're not going to get any pests with this plant at all, to be honest with you. I absolutely do adore her and the growth that she's been giving me. She's been just living life to the fullest, and I'm respecting it 1000%. Other than that, sometimes too, if you want, whenever you shower and everything, you can. I take her a field trip with me. I put her in there, and I just let her enjoy the humidity of the shower. And I don't put her in the shower, but just put her in the room so she can just enjoy that nice steam. And I think it's working. I think she loves it, and I'm glad that she loves it, because if she loves it, that means I love it, and we're all for it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did enjoy this video, make sure you do go ahead and subscribe to my channel. If you want to follow me on Instagram, there's my Instagram here. It is LadiGeek, as well as my Facebook page. On Facebook, it is also LadiGeek there as well. We will be doing I plan to be doing weekly videos about all of my plants. And if you have any questions as well, more about the plant or where can you purchase, you can also go ahead and comment down below. I'll be more than happy to give you more tips and advice there as well. We do also have a Discord that you can join and talk more about plants there and show me all your plants, and we can talk one-on-one there if you would like. So I do hope you guys enjoy this very much, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.